Another beautiful day in Canmore, and today we are on the south side of the valley. We are at Quarry Lake, which is one of the most popular spots in Canmore in the summertime for locals and tourists alike. We're under the watchful eye of Harling Peak and Mount Lawrence Grassy, and it's episode 3 of our Canmore neighborhood tour. This time we're going to see all the subdivisions on the south side of the valley. There are a number of them, so you're not going to want to miss this tour. Before we get started though, I would love it if you would press that subscribe button on my YouTube channel. YouTube's a big part of my business and it really helps when I get subscribers. But let's go and start the tour at the Rundle View Estates neighborhood in Canmore, very close to the Canmore Nordic Centre. So we're in the Rundle View neighborhood. It is on the far west side of the south side of the valley. And it's one of the older neighborhoods in Canmore and a true favorite with locals. We rarely see properties come up for sale here, but when they do command a very good price. Second homeowners love this neighborhood too, primarily because of the proximity to the Canmore Nordic Centre. You're very close to the best cross-country ski trails in Canada, as far as we're concerned, and as well as the mountain bike trails at the Canmore Nordic Centre. And another place that's become very popular over the last few years actually is the reservoir, which is just across the street from this neighborhood, and it's real popular for paddleboarding and kayaking in the summertime. The Rundle View neighborhood is primarily made up of single-family homes, and we also have a few townhome complexes in this subdivision. Townhomes are selling on average for just over $900,000 last year, and single-family homes are close to that $2 million mark. This neighborhood is amazing. It's not only close to the Nordic Centre and the reservoir, as I said earlier, it's also close to grassy lakes and the Spray Lake Valley, which has some world-class hiking. We're on the valley floor right next to the Bow River, and just behind me is the private neighborhood of Prospect Heights. It's a small neighborhood and it's full of single-family mountain estate style homes, very large homes. They rarely come to the market, but when they do, they're typically over the $3 million mark. It's a neighborhood that is very, very close to downtown, so it's super easy to bike or walk into the town center in just a few minutes. We are right underneath the watchful eye of Mount Lawrence Grassy and Harling Peak, and we are in the Quarry Pines neighborhood. The Quarry Pines neighborhood is made up of duplex properties, and it's a very popular neighborhood. It's right next to Quarry Lake where we started this video. It's very easy access just behind these houses to my right to get there. It's also very close to the dog walk and super easy access to all the trails on this side of the valley, including the Highline Trail. We're in the Peaks of Grassy neighborhood. This neighborhood is connected to the Quarry Pines neighborhood. Quarry Pines is just off to the west of us right now, and it was built in the late 90s as a starter family home neighborhood for Canmore, and it's really matured into this beautiful neighborhood. Lots of townhomes in this neighborhood, so we are starting to see some second homeowners move in. We're right underneath, again, that sort of Lawrence Grassy Mountain Harling Peak, and it's just a wonderful family neighborhood with access to trails and Quarry Lake and the dog park. Single-family home prices in this neighborhood last year were averaging just over $1 million, and then townhomes in this neighborhood were averaging just over $800,000, about $840,000 for the Peaks of Grassy neighborhood anyway. In the Quarry Pines, those half duplexes are averaging about $1.3 to $1.4 million in 2022. My favorite neighborhood on this side of the valley is the Homesteads neighborhood. It's just behind me here. It's on the Bow River, but it's also kind of moves up towards the Three Sisters Parkway. So very easy to get downtown, again, when you're biking or walking, because you can get right down to those trails just below me. Average single family home prices in this neighborhood last year were about 2.7 million. Duplexes were about 1.4, and then townhomes were just under $1 million in that 965 range. We're in the Three Sisters neighborhood. This is the most easterly neighborhood on the south side of the valley. It's got great access to the highway, so easy to get to Calgary or easy to get to Lake Louise, Sunshine, those types of places for your skiing in the wintertime. And it's made up of a whole variety of properties. So we've got single family homes, half duplexes, townhomes and apartments. They've got some beautiful streets like Miscal Close, where we've got some nice estate single family homes. And then we have some dense areas in the Stewart Creek area that are mainly full of apartments and townhomes. Single family homes in this neighborhood last year were selling at around 2.7 million. half duplex were in that $1.7 million range. Townhomes were just over $900,000 and apartments were just over $700,000. As always, thanks for watching. We're just down by the Bow River here. That is the end of our neighborhood tour for today. Look out for episode 4 that's coming soon, where we will take a look at the outlying neighborhoods of Deadman's Flats, like there's Arc, Harvey Heights, and possibly Banff as well. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click that subscribe button. As I say, you don't want to miss the next videos that are coming very soon.